It's just one of those things, you do it yourself, you're not gonna succeed every single time the first time. Okay, so this is day 2 of my little project that I got going on here. Yesterday, I got all this backer board up, the drill rock. So last night, I did a couple samples. This one, I buttered up the back of the stone and then also on the drill rock. And I put it on and it actually stuck, which I'm pretty surprised, but it's really thick. This one, at the very end, a half an hour after I did these 2 samples, I put on about 1/4 of an inch of mortar. And I sprayed each one with a mister, each surface that's behind the stone, and on the face of the drill rock itself. And 1/4 inch of mortar, I put it on there, and I couldn't believe it, it actually stuck. So I did a scratch coat. It took me a few times to figure it out. Now today, what I plan on doing is, since this seems super strong, it's really, really strong. I am really surprised how strong this is. Yeah, it ain't gonna come down. Oh, it came. That's not good. Alright, let's see. So that's not really that great then, I guess. That sucks. Here's what it looks like. Didn't stick to this, so. I imagine that if I had all the stones up in a similar fashion, and if I had all the grout in between the seams, that it's not gonna come off. I had to think about this though. This, on the other hand, I buttered up both sides. See if it comes off. Oh, it came off too. That's not good. This one I put less force on. Okay, so you can see behind the stone here. That's not good. That's really bad. You know, I even went out of my way when I did it. I tried to use like a trowel or whatever, and I tried to wipe it inside any of the grooves on the surface so it would bite better. It's not biting. I might not have a choice but to try this now. So now that this is done with the scratch coat, I suppose I could try to butter up this and stick it on there. I know it's gonna stick. That's really not a question, I guess. So maybe I should just run back onto the hardware store and pick up some more of the metal lath and just do a full-on scratch coat, I guess. Wasn't really anticipating that. I don't know, now I have the option, I guess I have a choice. Do I want to try to risk it? Which this was really strong when I stuck it on there. It was super duper strong. Like I said, I put a lot of force to pull it off. Do I want to risk it and do my whole wall, my whole project? Alright, I have an idea. I'll just show you what I think I'm going to do instead of talk about it. Okay, so I got it figured out. First I started cutting 2-inch strips of this metal lath. I have a piece of metal here, and what this is going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put my first row on, which is just going to be 4 stones. This will help support that, you know, while the first one dries, and I have this screwed here, some of the 2-inch strip of metal lath, and I'm just going to check it out and see what happens. The stones that I'm using aren't even stone, well, if you want to call them that, I don't really know. They're paver stones, so take it for what it is. They're not designed for brick veneer. They're very heavy. They're just regular garden paver stones. First thing I'm going to do is mix up a big old batch of mortar and get started. This is my very first try, my first attempt at doing this for real. So, let's see what happens, and I guess you get to see what happens too. Okay, so I mixed up some mortar and I'm going to give it a shot. It's just not even sticking. It's not even sticking. Maybe it's just too dry. It's possible it's just too dry, I guess. But yeah. I gotta tell you, this is the hardest project I've ever had to get going on. It took me days just to get this drill rock on. If I can get this to work, I'm gonna have a camper. One down and a few more to go. Gotta say though, I had a lot of problems. The drill that was mixing the mortar, the plug was shorting out on me like 20 minutes ago, and I had to go and put a new end on it. Then I couldn't find my rubber mallet. Anybody that's a professional is watching this, pretty funny, right? Having a rookie try to do their job and fail. Man, they make it look so easy. Yep, I'm pulling away. My top is coming out. Big time on that one I just put on. Damn, look at that. Off or something. Look at that. It's sticking. I failed. My first attempt was a big failure. So I don't know, I just cleaned up the trowels, threw everything away, washed out my bucket, and you know what? If I had to use super glue, it's going up there. But what I'm gonna do right now is take a chill pill. I gotta unwind, okay? Okay, and a little later I'm gonna try it again. Okay, so here's my thought real quick, since I'm real sweaty still. I'm thinking, initially I mixed up the mortar, and then my drill started messing up. It was too wet, and then I added more mixture, then it was too dry, and then I tried to fix my drill. I went back, the mortar was already setting up, so I added more water, I mixed it, it was too wet, all of a sudden it's too freaking dry, and I don't know. That probably was it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next time is I'm just gonna mix it up, and I'm gonna be prepared. I'm gonna put a sheet of plywood down on the ground for one thing, since I don't make a mess anymore. This sucks. That's the starters. Put that on the ground. Second thing is I'm going to be prepared. I'm going to mix up my batch, and I'm just going to go right for it. It just wasn't sticking, so I mean, maybe it had to have been my batch. It's just one of those things, you do it yourself, you're not going to succeed every single time the first time. Okay, it's trial and error. You know what? I'm going to do this again. Part 2. Okay, I'm back. I'm doing a second attempt here. There it is. Alright, so the trick is a little wetter than drier. A little wetter than drier. That's the trick. Yeah, that's a sign of a happy camper right there. But you know what? I'm not wasting any more time. I'm still fighting it. Trying to get the top one set, the bottom one's coming loose. I'm probably jumping the gun, but I think I'm just gonna put a scratch coat on this whole thing. It all off. What a freaking pain in the ass. So this is what I need. This is one of those things you do it yourself, you're not going to succeed every single time the first time. Trial and error. This is one of those things. What a freaking pain in the ass.